Hello, today we're going to discuss corrective and preventive action. So for corrective action, it's based on product nonconformances. Let me repeat that. Corrective action is based on product nonconformances. And so you should take action to eliminate the cause of nonconformances in order to prevent reoccurrence. It has to be appropriate to the effects of the nonconformances encountered. So if it's critical or major, you should take corrective action or a customer return. Obviously, you should have a documented procedure, and it should cover these 5 things: reviewing the nonconformance, including customer complaints, determining the causes of the nonconformities, eliminating the causes of the nonconformity so that they do not reoccur, determining and implementing the actions needed and record the results of the actions, and review the corrective action taken. Preventive action, on the other hand, is based on your performance reports. When you're measuring actual against goal and you don't meet goal, it would require preventive action. You take the same steps as you would with non-conforming product, except in this case it's based on reports. So the steps that you go through for corrective and preventive action are as follows. Step 1, you should investigate the cause of the nonconformity. You look at the product, the process, or the quality system and record the results of that investigation. You should identify, based on the investigation, the root cause that requires corrective or preventive action. Step 3, determine the steps needed to deal with any problems requiring corrective or preventive action. Step 4, implement the solution. Step 5, apply new controls to hold the gains that you made. Step 6, initiate the controls and make sure they're effective and capable. And step 7, confirmation that relevant information on the actions have been submitted for management review. Now here's an example of a corrective and preventive action system where we use a Microsoft Access database. This database has been used for many years, well over 11 years, and it shows how we connect corrective, preventive, and non-conforming product together into one place. So notice it says conforming, corrective, and preventive action. We go to step 1. And the first thing we see is a place where we can record where this is coming from, the date it was requested, and the source. Was this from the customer based on an audit, a vendor nonconformance, something internal, or is it an improvement project? Each one of these has a unique number identifier so we can reference it later. Who has to take corrective action, when it should be completed, what risk we're taking, critical, major, or minor, and the status of the corrective action. Is it still open, pending verification, or closed? In this case, we're open. There's a space here where we could document the problem description. If it's a part, we can put the part number, purchase order number, or work order number, and any type of disposition. Notice down here we have corrective action with a question mark. That's yes or no, and in this case it says yes. And that means we go to the next tab. And just like we said, what's the investigation? So here was the investigation taken. That determines the cause. And from the cause, we come up with a solution to eliminate this cause and who performed that and when was it completed. Next, we do verification that the solution actually worked, who performed the verification, and the date. And of course, we should be able to print these out, and in this case, we can certainly do that. So if you notice here, this is a printout of what we put in the database, from, to, date to, the specific number. And as you can see, We did an investigation to determine the cause, what was the solution, and what do we do to eliminate. Did we verify that the implementation of the solution actually worked? So that's a Microsoft Access application that is used. There's a lot of other different programs, but this covers the minimum. Where to get more information? Well, you could take Quality Management Theory and Application, or you could go to Quality Engineer. Those two will help you out. I hope you found this useful. Goodbye.